What's happening up in here? Happy Taco Tuesday. Let me get a one if you understand what I'm saying already. I'm going to chill right here. See what's happening. Boom, VN training. All right, sugar honey, collect. All right, we good to go. What's happening, y'all? I'm so happy to be here tonight. Feeling real goddamn good, right? Choco Cat's in the building. Chocolate Goddess is here. A well-watered lily is here. Lady Posh. Sexy Butterfly is in this bitch. Dustin the Dusties is here. Divested Sweetheart, how are you? Enlightened, how are you? I see Daniel is in the building. Hello, Daniel. How are you? What's happening, y'all? First of all, let me give a shout out to the police. I absolutely love police officers. You have to know, imagine having a job where you think that you might not come home at the end of the goddamn day. From bullshit calls all the way up to homicides, hostage situations, just writing regular tickets because that can be dangerous too. Every single day, leaving out of the house, looking at your family, or hell, looking at your dog, not knowing whether you're going to see them again. Just to be told that a few people in your profession act up and now all of a sudden, all of them are bad. And I find that very, very funny, especially consider when I say all Tyrones are bad, right? You know what I mean when I say that shit. And you hit me with the not all. Not all, because your uncle and your dusty ass brother and all the motherfuckers there. But if you find a bad cop, 1, 2, 3, all police are bad. From the West Coast to the East Coast to other countries, whatever. You want them defunded? You want them to fuck up out of here? You don't want, listen, you never miss your water till your well runs dry. I've been seeing a lot of stories where they're taking a little bit longer to come. They're not answering non-emergent calls, or they'll make a police report over the fucking phone. That's because Mammy's got what they wanted. These past 2 years, since the so-called epidemic, pandemic, whatever you want to fucking call it, things have gotten real interesting out here. On one side, you protesting them. The other side, they're taking too long to come. When they do come, you don't want the perpetrator arrested because it's your boyfriend, right? If anybody raises their voice, that's called brutality. I tell you what, I would not do that job. So like I said, shout out to the police. But let's talk about this defunding situation. I want to show y'all something real quick from the other day. Let me go ahead and go in, because this is ridiculous. Police are having budget cuts, budget shortages, and all that good shit, thanks to your wonderful local mammy, right? Let's go here.
Surging gas prices inching closer to a national average of $5 a gallon. Record high gas prices causing all sorts of problems nationwide, including in one town where police are changing the way they actually respond to calls. Alex Perez is in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Alex, good morning.
Hey, good morning. With gas prices are so high, the Isabella County Sheriff's Office here says they've actually blown through their fuel budget already.
So you get your ass whooped like y'all do 3 times more than other women, right? And you want some help because this nigga got a good left hand. He fucking your world up. You calling the person on the other end, say, bitch, we ain't got no gas money. Fight back. Fight back. Pick up a weapon. Do something, because, honey, I don't know if we're going to make it there for your 8th ass whooping of the year. You're going to have to learn how to fight because we ain't got no motherfucking gas.
So they will respond to some non-emergency calls by phone and try to resolve those issues by phone. Now, the national average for a gallon of gas hovering at just under $5 at $4.97 a gallon right now. Here in Michigan, gas prices have set a record high for 7 consecutive days. And according to AAA, many might be trying to stretch out whatever gas they have. The company says in April, they responded to more than 50,000 out-of-gas calls. That's a 32% increase from the same period last year. Now, the sheriff here says it will likely be several months before a new fuel budget is passed. Robin?
All right, Alex, thank you.
Well. The fucking result of all your bullshit is coming through. The reason my thumbnail looks the way it does is because mammies will feed you to the monster and don't think 2 shits about it. As long as Tyrone is comfortable, everybody can suffer. You, your mama, your female cousins, children, right? Nobody is safe unless Tyrone is comfortable. See, but here's the deal. Tyrone is the animal. So if you take away the funding from the people that control the animal, you got your ass open, sis, and it's fuckable for anybody. But you don't give a fuck, right? You don't care. You bitches call the police the most. Mammies. The most. People that have divested and moved away. Stupid shit like I left my keys in my car is what motherfuckers call about. Or some shit like that. But you're having an active felony, assault, being done to you. You need the police. You need them. And now they don't have no gas money. I guess you wanted them to resemble your baby daddy, who also never has gas money. I am tired of mammies. The repercussions wasn't going to take long to come through. Y'all think them protests are gone and over and done with? No. The results and repercussions of that bullshit is happening to us now. If I were you, I would get the fuck away as fast as I can. I'm comfortable knowing that if I pick up the phone and have an issue, no matter what that is, somebody can send a cruiser out. But you taking that away from me. And this is part of the reason why I talk about Mammy so much. If they didn't affect us, I would never mention them. I would just call them some dumb bitches and keep going. But because this type of shit is going to affect me, you, and people that you love, I got a problem with you whores. Okay? Divested women, you better back the blue. Crime is surging. It's surging. Let me show you something else. Speaking of crime surging, right? Look at what's happening right here in Georgia. Let me find this motherfucking shit. Let's see what 2 crimes have gone up since y'all started defunding the police.
Law enforcement agencies across Metro Atlanta are now experiencing staffing shortages, and it is impacting the way that they respond to crime. Data from the Atlanta Police Department showing that homicides.
There you go. There you go. Homicides and R words, sexual assaults. Sexual assaults are up by 329%. Aaliyah, you got anything on this? Because I'm frustrated.
Oh, I get the frustration. I just wanted to second what you were saying about the police earlier. I also back the blue. I love a man in a uniform, and if he's white and he got a set of handcuffs, count me in. Yes. So yeah, I definitely back the blue. Let me just say that. But these are long-term consequences of Mammy, and I totally get your frustration with Mammies. I feel the same way. I'm tired. I've been tired. I've been saying it for months now. They just don't know that everything they do affects us all. And then that's why we have to come on here and say the shit that we say, because it's not just them that this affects. We all have to have a certain amount of law enforcement to keep the peace. They keep law and order for a reason. And just because you have a few bad apples here and there, that does not represent the collective. And whether Black women know it or not, you need the police. You need the police more than any other group of women in this country, I would say, but the long-term consequences is what you have now, which is a community of men that are running amok. There are very few consequences for their fucked up behavior. There's no real legal recourse. You have insufficient to no jail time or lighter prison sentences for men who violate you the most. This is also why nobody will ever take Black women seriously, which is why I refuse to keep associating myself with these dumbass bitches. My word, it means something in my world, and I would like to keep it that way. You can't get anything done when you have a group of goofy ass women running around here trying to spite divestors, saying that we should get our white men to pass laws to stop Black men from killing them or to help curb Black femicide. They said I heard a dumb bitch say that we need to get our white men to help them pass so they can pass the laws to keep the Black men from killing them or to help stop Black femicide, when these are the same men that y'all are still fucking and sucking, making babies with, and declaring your undying love for, and adamantly defending every chance you get. And you made it clear that you don't plan on stopping anytime soon. And this is why they have no idea how stupid and irrational they sound. You can't keep crying wolf or screaming fire and then failing to show any follow through. In the real world, that's called wasting people's time. And most men, especially white men that I know, do not and will not take too kindly to that. But because most Black women are extremely petty and they're used to dealing with a group of fuck niggas, they don't understand how the real world works or dealing with real men. You can't complain that they're killing us every 5.5 hours and then turn around with the same breath and say that we need to work together with them because we're all damaged and slavery did a number on us. I mean, you cannot say that these men don't protect us and then attempt to recruit them to protect you. I mean, you cannot say that the media portrays them in a negative light that contradicts who they really are. And then you turn around and expect the same media to care when one of you goes missing because you care more about defending his honor than your own. I mean, You cannot cry that they have ruined our image and then turn around and protect theirs. You know, it's just so I could keep
That
on going.
329% got to me big time. Now, the other two stats that were under there, they said that robberies and one other one, there was another nonviolent one that went down. But check it out. The homicides went up 62%. So after they get finished robbing your ass, they went on ahead and finished the homicide, right?
Mhm.
Right? Do you know that if the wrong people find out that nobody's answering these calls, right? They
Mhm.
gonna come get you. They're going to come get you. That's a world that they would love. You already don't have any protection because of the men in your community. Let's
Yes.
just put that out there. Now there's no police, the outside protection that you did have, all because you want somebody to go ahead and fluff Tyrone's nuts. Bitch, I have a problem with that. I have a
And
problem with that.
and that's where I was going with the protections and why things are the way they are and why nobody takes Black women seriously, because we are talking out of both sides of our mouths at this point, and it's like nobody is listening to you. Nobody cares. And you have mammies to thank for that, because they have made this shit so convoluted with all this shit and sending all these mixed messages and saying one thing and doing something completely different. And then they are fucking it up for the rest of us. They just full of shit. They just
That's
thinking that we're
why
all
people
full of
get
shit.
confused when we say you can't be friends with a mammy. Oh, you can't tell me who to be friends with. Well, go ahead. Do you think I'm going to beg you to save your life? It would be nice if you saved your life. But if you want to act like a righteous, indignant bitch, then go right ahead. I'll cover your story if I got time, because there's so many of them that I don't have time to cover this shit. And it's not just here in America that this happening to, because I told you dust is global, mammying is global. Let me show y'all a couple of headlines since this bullshit started with all these protests, because you know of motherfuckers that like to put guns up to pregnant women's stomach. Yeah, that part. So let's go. Right. One of these articles said that they have to have proof that a crime has actually been committed. Stuff like suspicious person, overdose, threatening to delete yourself off this earth. Those will no longer be answered in a whole lot of areas. Now, with the erratic person, the suspicious person calls, y'all need that more than anything, because usually your Tyrone is acting a whole fool, calling you 16 bags of bitches, right? Before he whoop your motherfucking ass. And hopefully it's just an ass whooping, that he don't put your ass in a coma and then you're off this earth. Let's look at a couple of these, right? Had to blur out that 19 word, because YouTube doesn't like when people talk about that for some odd reason. Perfect storm, defund the police. C-19 led to the biggest police budget cuts in decades. Mammies, congratulations. Defund the police. They're listening. What people of means are going to end up doing is hiring their own personal security forces. They're going to pool together money, like my homeowners association is doing, and developing their own police force, for lack of a better term. Because I'm not going with you trying to fix this nigga's image. Fuck him. And to be honest with you, fuck you too. Right? Look at this shit. The UK is getting the same thing with you UK fucking mammies. What is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with you? You complain about them, talking about they don't want you, and then you defund the police. You need to defund that nigga. Sadina, you got anything, babe?
No, I sure don't.
Okay, well, I'm gonna drop you down then, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye. But this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Why on earth would you try to get rid of the only people that are trying to protect you? Why? Shane, it's on you, babe.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say other than I don't want the mammies to divest. Stay over there, because I don't want them bringing that bullshit where I'm at. That's all I got to say. Stay over there with your raggedy Kangz, with no protection and no police. I'm done with you. The only ones I fear for are the helpless little girls who have no choice but to stay in that mess because they're happen to be born to mammies and nakers.
Darling, this motherfucking article says police taking days, not hours, days. So basically, you could be upstairs decomposing. Wellness checks, those are going out the door too, by the way. Wellness checks, you need those shits, bitches. If somebody knows your pattern, say a cousin or a friend of yours, and you haven't texted them in days, right? And they thinking something's wrong because you're not replying. Well, she contacts the police and send them over to your apartment. But the problem is they ain't got no motherfucking gas, whore. They can't even check on you. Speaking of the babies, let me see this other goddamn article. So make no damn sense. Yes, what happens when the police don't show up? We just talked about that shit. But let me quit sharing this shit because, listen, between defund the police and bond reform, bail bond reform, you hoes got it going on. I'm not going. Listen, ladies, get you a piece of protection. See what's legal in your area, your state, and get that shit. I don't give a damn if you don't have nothing but a butter knife. Get that shit. Let's look at the bond reform and what it's done.
Tonight, growing outrage in a young woman's death. 12 News uncovered her accused killer was released from jail without bail, and now he's accused of killing another.
Okay. All right. Did you hear her? Let's take this back.
Tonight, growing outrage in a young woman's death. 12 News uncovered her accused killer was released from jail without bail, and now he's accused of killing another young woman while he was free.
I want you to let that shit sink in. I want you to let that sink in. They knocking you the fuck off the planet, getting out and doing another one while they on bond. You don't understand what's going on here. This shit is critical. They can say we're angry and all this extra shit, but I'm going to be honest with you. You should be angry.
12 News' Nick Moore is asking how this happened.
Photos are all her parents have left of their 26-year-old daughter, Jasmine Renee Brown.
Everybody love her. She's so nice.
17-year-old Rashawn Seabury was charged with killing her, accused of firing wildly into a crowd after an argument at 5th and Melvina in April of last year. But after he was jailed for nearly a year, a speedy trial demand that prosecutors couldn't meet led Judge J.D. Watts to release Seabury without bail in March, rather than dismissing the charges altogether. Last week, as he awaited that trial, prosecutors say Seabury shot and killed another young woman, 19-year-old honor student Camiona Funches.
Hearing that someone else, another mom, another family is going through this.
Oh, I feel for them. I feel for them. I know how they feel. I really do. When I seen that on the news, oh my God, I was like, unbelievable. Why did they let that boy go?
Online court records show prosecutors set trial dates, but twice asked for delays, quote, due to a lack of essential witnesses.
And so if the state can't put on the essential witness, and we're at the end of that speedy trial period, the defendant has to go free.
Former prosecutor Dan Adams is now a defense attorney. He says the pandemic put pressure on the courts to meet defendants' fair trial rights.
I think there is room for outrage, but I think as Americans, we have to remember that the founders of this country decided that we would have trials by jury, we would have speedy trials, and people who were accused of crimes would get to confront their accusers. Those are all important things for a free country.
It was a hard pill for Jasmine's family to swallow, seeing Seabury released, and especially hard knowing he stands accused of killing again, even if it does draw attention to Jasmine's case.
I do feel like we'll get a little vindication, and I hate it that he had to do that to that girl. So I'm just hoping now both families just get justice. He's a monster.
You heard what the Dusty said. Monster. Nobody's being hyperbolic when it comes to these sons of bitches. Do you understand what's happening right now? Do you give a fuck? I'm not asking you to care about these dumb bitches out here. I'm not. What I'm saying is protect your motherfucking self. because somebody out on bond could get your ass as well. Welcome to the panel, Carmen Alexis. How are you, dear?
I'm great, DZ. Hey, DZ. Hey, ladies. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
These mammies should be ashamed of them damn selves. The past 2 years, they sat up here yelling defund the police, take down the police, basically let these niggas out of jail. But they had no backup plan. What was the backup plan? What defense were they going to have? Did they expect these niggas to come to their defense or give them some protection like they always talk about?
Listen, if they expected that shit, these bitches need a goddamn head exam, because there's nowhere in history where they've ever, number one, had a backup plan, let alone an initial plan. And there's nowhere in history where black men have ever protected them from anything except for their goddamn bank account. They'll protect you from that shit after they drain it. Anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off, Aaliyah.
Oh, no problem. I know what the backup plan, what I heard the initial backup plan was supposed to be, which they hadn't thought that went out too well either, which is what we talked about last time. They were trying to take and reroute those funds and invest that into more social services. So they wanted, instead of law enforcement and police to come out, they wanted to be able to send out social workers, counselors, people like that could come in and de-escalate the situation. And I'm like, okay, so y'all want to send in civilians? Those people are already stressed to the max and they're severely underpaid. They have cases on top of cases on top of cases. And you want to pull them out and put them in the field without police there to secure the scene. And they could be dealing with somebody potentially with a mental illness. And it's like, what the fuck are y'all thinking? You want to take and put regular civilians in the field with no protection from law enforcement? And I said, okay, see, this is how I know they didn't think this shit through, because I'm like, you're dumb. Do you not know how many emergency services are tied to the police alone? There's a reason all those people show up on the scene together. Your paramedics, you need the EMTs, right? There's a reason. The firemen, there's a reason, because they cannot have all these people walking around mucking up their crime scenes and all this other shit. They got to go in, they got to secure the scene, they got to collect evidence. These people work together for a reason, and you are trying to remove a fundamental, critical part of that puzzle. You cannot remove that piece and then just think that these regular civilians are going to walk in here and be able to de-escalate a situation that could potentially turn violent. I mean, that's why I said they didn't think about that at all, period.
Only thing that matters is the comfort of the black man. And this has destroyed any semblance of a community. The men in any community, not just the black community, in any community, are supposed to be there to structure that shit, provide for them, protect them, all of that shit. They're supposed to have access to hospitals, schools, food. That's not happening. You are sitting in a community with a bunch of bitches. That's what's happening. A bunch of conquered bitches. You hate the people that's having to bring in the resources to make sure you can live a regular goddamn life. I don't know what your problem is. I'm done trying to figure out what your problem is, but it's really nerve-wracking. Welcome to the panel, Melanie 54.
Hey y'all, how are y'all?
Awesome.
All I can say is this is what they wanted. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Now that it's hitting home and shit is really happening, you see how this goes. This is what you asked for. So, I don't want to hear nothing about we called police or such and such and hit the fan. Now ain't no cops coming. I thought y'all didn't like the cops.
That's going to be the new lawsuits that come out. We called them an hour ago and they just now showing up. Bitches, only 6 of them for a town with thousands of people because they're defunded. They get paid off of the taxpayers' dollars. It just is what it is, which y'all rarely contribute to. Let's just keep that part real. So it's going to take longer for them to come. The men that you can't stand, men and women that you can't stand, because yes, there's some lady police officers out there. Okay?
I'm glad I don't live in them areas.
Yeah, but that was what the goal was, to send them in and let them deal, because they were saying that a lot of these people are mentally ill and the police don't have the necessary skills to deal with them. So that's basically why they're just getting frustrated and gunning them down. And I'm like, no, I don't know if I fully buy that. But that let you know they really didn't think any of that through for real, and what the whole overall, they didn't look at the bigger picture and the long-term effects that that would have with you trying to remove the police out of the way. And it's like, no, you cannot do that. That is a very important part of your your emergency responders. They are a team. They are an emergency response team. You cannot break that up and then send those other people in. You think them people finna go in there without the police? Are y'all fucking crazy?
I'm not fixing to deal with a nigga without the police. Let's just keep that part real. And he don't even have to be posing a threat. I just don't want to converse with the fucking animal. Hate to say it, but it is what it is.
DZ, you know what's funny? It's mighty funny you mentioned social work. Before I went into, taking care of people, I started going to social work. Can you believe that?
I can't do it.
Please don't.
And then too, Aaliyah, it sounds like what you're saying is they just need jobs.
Well, according to some people, that's all it's gonna take. They just need jobs. They need love and understanding. They need a better group of women to speak life into them and support them and to let them lead and to submit to them. And this is what's gonna fix all of this shit.
And don't forget the yoni eggs.
Yeah, that too.
Don't forget to we got to be fit and feminine. That's the reason why they can't do anything. It's so aggressive because we're not fit and feminine.
Well, you gotta be something he's never experienced. You gotta know how to whisper in his ear, be seductive, and all that old donkey ass crap.
Yeah, make him feel like a man. Yeah.
Because doing man shit don't make them feel like a man and make them feel like a simp. And if they could do it, they won't do it for you, but they can't do it for you. They have no idea how to be actual men. All they know how to do is have an erect penis and give you bastards that you don't want, he don't want, and you feeling jilted like you ain't never seen this song and dance before. It happens at a damn near 80% rate. Come on now.
DZ, are you sure it's erect?
I don't know, because I ain't never had none of that nasty shit.
The way that they do drugs and drink like it's going out of style ain't nothing erect.
I mean, I can definitely see that. I agree, because they are suffering from erectile dysfunction younger and younger now.
The way that these boys do drugs, they are doing every drug known a man drinking morning, noon, and night. Ain't nothing up. Shit.
And hot Cheetos.
Oh, God.
Keep hope alive. Are you Dusty?
No, I'm not. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What you got? You're live.
Well, I just want to say that I really do appreciate everything that you do. Like, it's really, really good what all of you ladies are doing. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And about this, like this whole defund the police thing, I have been against it from day one. Like day one. I'm just like, how on earth could you be in like the most like in the environment that's most susceptible to danger and not want the protection of these, like, these men that are super brave and they do all that they can to protect you. It's just always been weird to me when they first started yelling defund the cops. I'm like,
well, what you're doing right now, mammies call that white male worship. Okay, let me tell you what worship is. Okay, it's kind of like what you do down at the Christian church and some of these other motherfucking institutions. Thanking somebody that's never done anything for you, i.e. Tyrone, telling that motherfucker that he's the strongest, knowing goddamn well he's conquered, telling him he was the first man. But let me tell you something, if that is indeed true, bitch, they are performing horribly to be the first motherfuckers here. How did they get at the bottom of the totem pole? They can't give you anything.
Like, you've been from the beginning of time, you've just given up whatever it took just to please, like, the white man. Then when I thank them for protecting me, it's a problem. But when you give up your men and children to them just for some access and to be in proximity to them, like, you're the good guy. I just don't get it.
Y'all, there's somebody back here named Tight Pussy Destroyer. I shit you not. There's yeah, he's gone now. Now that I mentioned his name, Tight Pussy Destroyer.
Oh God, that's their idea of romance. So
everything surrounds their penis. Everything surrounds their penis. Not builder, not I guess awesome black man. I don't know what the fuck they call these goddamn niggas because I don't know. But coming up here with a whole bunch of women calling yourself Tight Pussy Destroyer, this is the type of people you're trying to keep their image in check. There's no fixing it, bitch. They are done. And everybody recognize who the fuck they are.
I got one question. On this TV, is that Flavor Flav?
No. No, that's the family member of the first lady that got killed. And then the killer got out on bond and killed another black woman. Okay.
I swear to God, I thought that. I said, what Flavor Flav done did?
So many of them look like Flavor Flav.
But the thing is, with Flavor Flav, he got what, 15 children?
Yeah.
Okay, they will fuck any of these niggas. Girl, it doesn't matter how much pussy you give them. You're gonna have to end up coming to the white man for your needs. Okay, period.
Girl, they was on the show fighting over them.
I can't do it. Listen, y'all.
Man, that's just it. They go to the white men for everything. That's why I say don't expect us to recruit any of the white men that we know to participate in your confusing ass bullshit. Furthermore, you should not expect another group of men to care more about you than your own. White men owe you nothing. You are not their group of women. You are not their priority. It's nobody's fault that your men do not care enough about you to protect you from the ones that they know are preying upon you. That matter is supposed to be handled in-house. But then again, it will require you to be dealing with actual men for you to understand that. And all it shows me is that we are surrounded by a bunch of airheads and scarecrows who think that the white men are the ones who's supposed to come in and fix all of this shit.
Isn't it embarrassing, though, to have somebody hooping and hollering on the microphone talking about, you divestors need to go ahead and get your white man to come and protect my man. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying. You're surrounded by dusties and calling on another group of men and then trying to embarrass a group of black women because you don't want to point the attention at that motherfucking nigga. Ain't you some shit? Here's the deal. If he comes, you better be nice because he got the power to take your motherfucking ass off this planet. Ain't that what you out here protesting for? Because they'll take your ass off this earth. You get up in his motherfucking face, somebody that's underpaid and feel like their life in danger, your mama gonna be frying chicken. So you might want to bring that down a notch. Turn to your local dusty if you still fucking with him and tell him he can't get none until he bills. But the problem is this. He don't want none until he can't get it from other women. They don't prefer you. And you sitting up here saying the shit that you saying, bitch, are you nuts? They don't want you. They never have, never will. You are what they settle for when it doesn't work out outside the community. And here you are with your race loyalty nonsense and bullshit. You're looking real terrible out here, bitch.
They really do. And if they think they be eating when they grab the microphone and be saying this stupid ass shit. And it's like, girl, do you not hear yourself? You are really sitting up here expecting people to solicit another group of men to come in. And then as soon as they come in and check that nigga the way he need to be checked, y'all screaming racism. That's why I say it makes no fucking sense. Y'all, they say they want some shit.
I feel like they should be ignored at this point, and that's what it's going to. Honestly, if y'all look at the news, someone sent me an article where Home Depot just won their lawsuit against their employees that was fighting them to wear their BLM paraphernalia at work. Well, the judge said that they cannot do that, period. When you're on the clock, you're representing that company. You wear your BLM mask when you get off the clock. And why the fuck are you wanting to represent somebody that's stealing money? God damn, it's $60 million missing from over there, and you trying to rep them while you working at Home Depot. I can't stay in the black community.
I agree that it's something to that ignoring them thing, but my thing is we look just like them bitches. And that's what I can't stand. All of us have to suffer with that mammy ass shit them hoes be doing. And they wonder why we stay on here saying the shit that we say. Because what they do and say does not just affect them. And they haven't gotten it through their thick ass skulls yet. What you do and say does not just affect you. And when it starts affecting us, I gives a fuck about that. And yes, I have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm. I do too. They make my stomach turn, to be quite honest with you, because if you hang upside down like a bat in some of these areas, you know, because I'm all over the place. I just don't comment when I'm there, right? You sitting up under these same niggas that, you know, used to tell you to your face that they didn't like motherfucking black women, scream and preach now because they've had some sort of turn of events in their life. The turn of events in their life is that they know good and goddamn well that you're desperate. Everybody sees that shit. I hope you don't think you're hiding that. Everybody sees that you're desperate and unprotected, right? You going up under panderers as well. Y'all, I see black women up under married men's comment section talking about how good he fucking look. Honey, this shit is pathetic. It's pathetic. Y'all always out here looking fucking pathetic. And like Aaliyah said, it's embarrassing as fuck.
It's been pathetic for a long time when you got men who are not even married to black women being pro-black leaders for the community. And these women still follow them religiously and faithfully, I may add. So it's like, we've been doing this for a while. This is nothing new. It's just that it's to the point to where it's coming to a head now. And it's just really fucking embarrassing to me.
I'm upset about the consequences that's going on because, you know, we talk all this shit or whatever, but that's a real fucking thing. If the police can't come, if they can't come because of one reason or another, they're understaffed, don't have gas, all this shit boils back to the goddamn mammy. It boils back to the mammy.
Yeah, and I've been said it months ago when we first started talking about all this shit. They are using them to remove their own first and only line of defense. And I'm sorry, but unfortunately, a lot of us fell for it. And it's like, why did they let them use them? Because I know exactly what these men were trying to do. That's why they just fell back and let them get their ass out there on the front lines and do all the organizing and do all the marching and do all the screaming. And every time they showed you on camera, you were in the police face, yelling at the police, disrespecting the police. They set us up to take the fall and we jumped right into it. Or should I say they, because I didn't do none of that bullshit. But guess what? Because my ass is black, I got to eat that shit because this is what they think about us. So they set them up to do that. And now the shit worked out a little too good, and now they finna see you getting what you want. But like I said before, if they think that all these people are coming in, so make no mistake about it, when the police withdraw from the situation 100% completely, don't expect any of these other people to run in and try to help save your life. So don't be surprised when you call an ambulance during an emergency and they get there when they get there too. See, it's not
it's the police first, everything else after that.
Yeah.
We're seeing like that until proven otherwise, because if you look on Google, I just got, you know, frisky one night. I said, let me type it in Google. Let me type in 2020 riots, summer 2020 riots. What do you see? Black women yelling in police faces, taking damn bullets. Done got popped in the damn mouth.
Yes. Let me show y'all this real quick. It comes to what y'all talking about. The first thing you're gonna see, I almost said that shit on here. A N-word bitch hooping and hollering somebody's face. They're talking about the police morale and how they don't want to be bothered. They go into different industries, opening up businesses for themselves because it ain't worth it no motherfucking more. Watch this, y'all.
Protesters around the country continue to call for racial equality and police reform. And according to a recent study, nearly 9 in 10 police departments in the U.S. are currently experiencing shortages. 10 Tampa Bay's Eric Lasser is looking into what's behind those numbers and how agencies in the Tampa Bay area are doing.
The National Police Foundation reports 86% of law enforcement agencies nationwide are experiencing a shortage.
You sort of scratch your head and say, who would want that job, right?
Boom.
Alex O'Connor is the head of criminology and strategic studies at Tarleton State University. He says the numbers underscore a growing public safety issue.
We are extremely concerned that law enforcement agencies in the next year or two are going to be so understaffed and they're not going to be able to do their job effectively.
His prediction came true. This video was from 2020.
Wow.
The new headlines is they not coming to help you, bitch. They're not coming. And nobody gives a fuck. Matter of fact, over there on the red pill area, they still telling motherfuckers that they want you to drown in your own excrement. Okay? This is what's happening. People don't think shit is real, and that's up to you. But the consequences, they're rolling in. And baby, summertime is right around the corner. What is it? Week after next on 21st?
It's bad.
Baby.
Juneteenth coming up.
And Father's Day coming up, but ain't no fathers in the community.
But July right behind you too.
Okay.
They ain't no damn fathers like it, so you can eliminate that holiday.
Girl, they separate Poodle Day if they can get a day off and a piece of barbecue chicken. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go.
And the rest of us will suffer from it.
The study found that departments were already in a 5-year decline, but that budget cuts due to COVID-19 and lower morale stemming from months of protests were making recruitment even tougher.
What I'm hearing from law enforcement on the ground is that they are fed up, they are tired, and they're moving on.
We reached out to several local agencies and found while many have a current shortage, the situation hasn't changed much in recent years. For example, the Tampa Police Department currently has 37 open positions, but that's fewer than last year and only slightly more than the year before. Police departments are also turning to social media to show gratitude for support.
Is very much appreciated.
Thank you cards, food deliveries, community rallies, and murals showing.
This is what you do when you want your neighborhoods to be safe. Show some goddamn gratitude to the people that's going to see who just broke in your cheap ass apartment. Right? You're supposed to tell them thank you. Fucking weirdo. Let's finish this up.
Appreciation for those in uniform. Pinellas Park Police recently put together a video of their own to say,
thank you for the encouragement and the appreciation during these unprecedented times.
Even though departments are still graduating police academy classes, experts say recruitment won't get any easier for local law enforcement agencies. COVID-19, projected budget shortfalls, and people taking retirement as early as possible, combining to make it that much more difficult for departments to fill those open positions.
Experts say there are some things law enforcement agencies can do to now improve recruitment other than just increasing pay. They suggest hiring top brass that understands the importance of transparency and offer proper sensitivity training to improve.
What he said, one of those things was budget cuts. Budget cuts.
Bad and all bad.
I tell you what, y'all. If I was a police officer, I wouldn't want to answer none of these bullshit calls either, because all you have to do is pull up on a domestic violence situation and grab that nigga's arms and thrust them behind him. That can be called police brutality. Girl, no, I'm not coming up in there. And as a matter of fact, domestic violence calls are some of the most dangerous calls for police officers, because your nigga in there acting a whole fool. He don't want to go back to jail. He got a criminal history. And instead of all this shit, his world is falling apart because you done threatened to break up with him when you shouldn't have been with him in the first goddamn place. So a shootout happens, right? Family court a lot of times is more dangerous than criminal court because it's dealing with people's emotions. And niggas are some of the most emotional motherfuckers on the planet. They more feminine than y'all.
And you want to know, what the most selfish thing about that is? Those DV calls. 9 times out of 10, they have been to that woman's house multiple times and put that same man out, and she keep letting them back in. That's why I said what I said the other day about not letting them back in. Do you not know how many times I've seen that happen? They come, they acting a fool, then they make up a few days later when they be kissing and hugging and back fucking, and then next time the next fight goes down, she back on the phone with the police. The same women who don't want anything to do with all the police because they racist is the first one that's dialing 911, and those men have been out there multiple times and put his ass out, and you keep letting them back in, and it gets to the point where even the police get tired of you. They just get tired. How many times do they got to come out here and stop this nigga from beating your ass?
They need to go ahead and tell them, listen, we've come out here 5 times in the last 2 months. If you let him back in here, you're forfeiting access to us coming playing goddamn counselor. Because that's what they use the police for. Come calm him down. He just had a couple of drinks. It's okay. Now fuck that shit. I'm tired of coming to your house and this same mush mouth motherfucking dude is coming to the damn door.
Yeah, and some of them will tell them that if you let him back in, don't even bother calling us. They will go ahead and let you know that straight up. Or better yet, they will come out and just take both of your asses to jail,
I
and then you
like
got
that
to
one
spend a
too.
you got to spend a shitload of money taking those classes and those paying for those court costs and all that other shit. So they figure if we just hit you in your pockets where you really hurt, then we won't have to worry about this anymore. So that's just what they do. They're gonna do one or the other. But either way
And
it
also
goes.
to
Mhm.
piggyback off that, what these mammies don't realize is they're standing between the police and these nakers. They love to tussle with them. That's what they like to do. They're standing between them. They like to do that. They like to go to jail. That's a resort to them. Them tussling with the police
Mhm.
is foreplay to them. They like that shit. So stop
Yeah.
standing between them and what they want to do.
You
Mhm.
saying they like being manhandled.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I'd like to comment, please. Where I live, if they're called out multiple times, they will they will arrest both parties involved.
Love it.
They will also like fine them for keeping up a public nuisance, and they could
Mhm.
possibly, if they're living in a rental, they will fine the landlord for keeping up a public nuisance, and the landlord will then use that as an excuse to evict them.
I don't blame them. Because that's affecting your bottom line. If you got motherfucking niggas in here having a regular weekend argument and somebody trying to look for an apartment in your complex, if I hear that shit, I'm damn sure not going to sign no lease, not for this shit, because on Friday night, Saturday morning, and then Saturday night, right? It's double cupping, red cups. You know how niggas like to do. And then here come the goddamn emotional outbursts because they can't handle their liquor or whatever the fuck else they on. We ain't even gonna go there. Okay. Hey, Kyra, welcome to the panel, dear.
Hey. Hey, Karen.
Good evening, DZ. Good evening, Melanie. Good evening, ladies.
Hey.
Hey, Kyra.
Hey, so they do like being manhandled. So we're adults over here, so we know all about dom submissive games, and that's what black males like to do with the cops.
That's what I was getting at.
Wow.
They
Yeah,
like it, when it's like when they scuffle with them on the ground, and then they got their knee on their back, and then they're trying to make them lay down. That's like that makes them like really like just go there. That's like a release to
They're
them.
they're rock hard and ready to nut. That's what it is.
Yeah, they nut so hard when that cop got that knee on his back, said you under arrest.
Is that your Billy Club? Or are you just happy to see me, officer?
That's why.
And then they get to go to a resort after that.
You notice they always tell them stop resisting, stop resisting. They only got to tell them that stop resisting.
Yeah, I guess they like them using the handcuffs on them too, huh?
They love it.
Mhm.
They love it. As soon as they hear the click of a handcuff, it's like they just fall to pieces and juices.
I can't do it.
I cannot.
Okay, there's somebody in the back named All's My Life I Had to Fight.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to you, all's my life I had to fight. Are you Dusty?
I am not Dusty at all. I can't even tell you how many times I've watched your live stream and I've just cracked up laughing. You did one where you were talking to a guy and he said something and you threatened him with the Sparta flip-flop and I passed.
Yeah, I can't talk to them. The shit sound like Charlie Brown teacher when they be talking. Want, 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 want. I can't talk to them motherfuckers. I don't know how folks do it.
I was sitting in the back of an Uber and I nearly fainted. I nearly fainted and it was just too much for me. And you said it more than once. A flip-flop?
Yeah, them shoes look like flip-flops to me.
But yes, I was just I just wanted to add that I think what's happening is I think what they're going to start doing is I think they're actually going to start microchipping them when they go to jail, the same way that you kind of do with dogs.
They need to.
Yes, and then I also think that one of the things that's going to also happen is they're going to start doing a couple of things, and I know this sounds crazy, but it just makes sense after a point. I think if people want to continue to stay on Section 8 housing and they're notorious breeders, they're going to start putting them, sterilizing them.
They need to. See, but that would be what they call on the SJW side of the world, a human rights violation. Even though the stats with the STDs and shit, that alone and the baby mamaism, that justifies telling you, hey, if we have to continue to house and feed you, you can't birth again because you can't afford it. You can't afford it. You're basically telling us that every motherfucker that falls out your pussy, we got to pay for it, and that shit ain't cool.
Yeah, but what they're getting. I think also what's happening is a lot of these cities are allowing themselves to kind of implode with the crime, so they can so that they can have more of an incentive to go in and actually start using militarized police to get these people out. And once that starts being the case, once enough people, regular civilians, start seeing, their family members get hurt and things like that, they're actually going to start, when they start microchipping them or when they start, sterilizing them, no one is going to give a shit. They're going to be so tired of all the violence and crime that even the social justice warriors, when they start screaming and yelling, no one is going to care.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, caller. I really think that's what the ultimate goal is. I think the cops are just letting these cicadas run amok until it reaches to the point where none of these SJWs, whether they're liberal white people or mammies, are going to be able to say boo. I think that's what they really are going to do.
You know what, DZ? I've come to a conclusion. I think this is why cicadas take off running, because they know they're going to get tackled.
So they can get some of that Johnson Berry on their goddamn ass. I feel you. Carmen, your microphone is acting a whole donkey.
Okay, I just wanted to say one last thing.
Okay.
That's the only.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say one last thing. Another thing that I think is going to be happening is the more you kind of look at where Black women are as a whole, it's nothing short of embarrassing where we are right now.
Yes.
If you dig back into the history, you see that the men have always been, just backstabbing and ready to sell you out, to quite literally pimp you. And then they put out music calling you everything but a child of God. And now they're not even talking to you in that music. They're talking to the white women. And then when you say, we no longer want you, we want to go and divest, and we want to go live our lives and be women with, and be feminine women with actual men. Now they're fighting you for your womanhood because they want to be you and compete with you for the same white men that you're trying to date. The embarrassment of dealing with Black men, it just never seems to end.
It won't end. It won't end. And honestly, and you heard it here out of my own mouth, that excuse of the Black population, dwindling because Black men and Black women are no longer getting together, quote unquote, I wouldn't give a fuck about that, because what you're doing is taking up space. You begging, making excuses, not adding to society what so goddamn ever. Whenever you do add, you have to do that through a white man. It just is what it is. So if you disappear, I wouldn't give a fuck.
And you want to know something? Here's the last thing I'm just going to say before I run out of here. I was actually speaking to a gentleman that I met a few weeks ago. He's actually a doctor, and he was telling me, ladies, if you doubt this, go and take a look and go talk to your doctors and ask them who the highest rate of new HIV syphilis cases are.
Oh, yeah.
It's not you. It's white women, and a lot of the white women that are going to Jamaica and getting involved in that rent a dread foolishness. A lot of them are coming down with HIV. A lot of them are getting caught up dealing with these men. So they are literally becoming the new African queens of our community. And for that reason, we need to celebrate these true queens for everything that dog-haired woman is going to be going through.
Hey, it is what it is. Let them have them. Y'all let Becky have them. You're not missing out on anything. Thank you for coming up, caller. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I say who cares if they want them? My thing is, let them deal with all the bullcrap Black women been dealing with for decades. Let them be the face of struggle, love, and single motherhood. Hey, it's their turn. They got this.
Look, go ahead, Kyra. My bad.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you first, of course.
Oh, well, listen, with them being the number one so-called new diagnosed HIV and syphilis, you dodged a bullet, mammy. But the thing is this, you won't see it that way. you'll get jealous and then try to shame black men into coming back to you. That's how warped your fucking head is. You dodged a bullet when he went to the other side. Let him go and go find something else the fuck to do.
And see, go ahead, Kyra.
I wanted to reiterate that the Cicada store is open 24/7. Now, after further review from my divested sisters over here, we do have a strict no return policy at this point.
Yes.
However, we will do 2-for-1 specials or any other bulk rates. If you are willing to take 2 or more, we will throw in 2 pairs of Jordans for you.
I'm here for it.
All sales are final, period.
Hell yeah. I don't give a fuck if you got your receipt, bitch. We said no returns. Invisible Empress, are you dusty? I'm sorry, Invisible Empire. Are you dusty?
Hell no.
Okay, what you got? And then it's gonna be on the lead after that.
Okay, I just wanted to say that Triple K tried to warn us back in 1865. They foresaw the future, and I really don't blame them for what they did. Because these primates are only 6% of the population, yet they commit over 56% of all of the homicides, which is basically 7 to 8 times more than white men. Okay. And, it's just disproportionate. And I think that they should be eliminated, but that's another discussion. But I'm just saying, let's not be mad at Triple K because they tried to warn us. I know that it seemed like they're our enemy too, but it's because of mammies, and we had mammies back then as well. So I just, you know what I mean? I can even watch a slave movie. I can watch all of that stuff, and I feel nothing. I feel absolutely nothing. I actually
I won't sit down and watch that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm not watching none of that shit.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about slavery. I give a fuck about 2022, period.
They're popping up all over Prime Video now. There's a lot of slave movies that's coming out now. And it's just the way that they try to demonize the white man. I look at the white man as a hero. My man, like I'm trying to say, I don't want to sound too bizarre because I am very.
I feel like you finna be bizarre.
I know.
Be very, very careful because I want this to go well.
Yes, I am. My man, like I said, I cannot deal with any guy that's in, that feels bad for the black man, that tries to feel the black man's pain, that tries to side with the black man in any way, I will end it right away. And like I said, my man he's kind of racist towards black men, and I don't mind. I love it.
I feel you. Do you got anything on the topic though?
I'm sorry.
Do you have anything on the topic? It just feels like you up here venting and trying to trigger black men. I'm just gonna keep it real.
No, I'm not trying to trigger black men. I have no one else to talk to.
Okay, well join my Discord, dear. Okay.
I will, please. I need to.
Hey, that's what's up, because I'm sitting up here like, what the hell is she talking about?
I'm so sorry.
Hey DZ, I'm gonna drop down and let somebody else get up, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye y'all.
Bye.
I'll drop down as well. I'm so sorry. I am very extreme. I know that I'm extremely radical, and I'm even a part of Stormfront. I'm serious.
Okay. Now I feel like you're trolling.
I'm not
feel
trolling
like you're trolling at this point. Come on now. It's a little bit. It's real interesting. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I'm
I feel
bizarre. People think I'm trolling. Like, it's
all right.
crazy.
All right, baby.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go.
This is Sparta!
I fucking forgot what the hell we was talking about. Homegirl say, and I hate this, and I that's interesting. I felt a little bit of troll happening there. I mean, nothing to do with the goddamn topic. We was talking about police officers, and I had to bring out the flip-flop. What's going on out here? Today ain't Friday, is it? No, it's Tuesday. It's Taco Damn Tuesday. What the fuck are you talking about? I can't do this. Y'all, hold up a second. Hold up a goddamn second. Listen, ladies, here's the deal. I feel some of what she was saying, but it's like I feel like you trying to get a nigga mad for some reason. I don't give a solid fuck what they're mad about. I'm telling you to get your ass to safety, right? There was a whole bunch of trigger words being used there, not one mention of the topic. So if you in that headspace where you can't stay on task and you saying stuff like my husband's racist and triple K type of shit, y'all, no, get your ass away from Blackistan. That's the goddamn keynote of the day. Take your ass from over there because the police ain't coming to help you and you ain't fixing to find no unicorn. Okay, Special K, are you dusty? Okay, take your ass. Special K, you click my link, right? And then you got me playing in the back. So turn that off so I can see if you're dusty. Okay, let's try this again. Special K, are you dusty?
No, I'm not.
Okay, why you yelling, boo?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the first time I was on. I'm sorry.
What's up? What you got on on the subject matter? It's a lot of noise in your background too, by the way.
Oh, let me see. No, it's probably my son.
No, it's all good. Go ahead and talk.
Well, I just wanted to say that I'm not dusty, but I do be feeling like I get dust on me sometimes. And the reason why I said that because I don't be around black men as far as my family. I divorced my black husband in 2019, but on the internet I found myself getting sucked up to the Muslim leaders, like
let me ask
listening
you a question.
to some black men, and I'm like,
Special K, have you been here before? Because this sounds very, very familiar. Have you been up here before?
No, this is the first time I've been up here. I've been listening to your channel probably about 3 months now, so I'm really like new to divestment. Like,
so you're basically coming up here to tell us, right, that every now and then, yeah, she got a hellified mic. You feeling some kinship with the pro-black community. Is that what I'm getting from you?
Yeah, I be feeling like I have some kind of sympathy, and I think that comes from I have a 9-year-old son, so I kind of feel like
hold up, y'all.
I do be feeling like that.
Special K, hold up, ladies in the chat. Let me put you on mute, Special K. Now, ladies in the chat, sometimes y'all get on me, right? Y'all get on me because, oh, you were mean. Oh, you didn't have to say this to her. Oh, you didn't. Y'all, she's been listening to me for 3 months. That means that she's heard me twice a week for 3 months, right? So we got some shit going on. She's feeling some type of way in a kinship with the pro-black community, and now she has a son. So it's getting ready to be very interesting. So put your seatbelt on. Yes, and also when I put you back on, Special K, lower your voice just a little bit, and let's talk rational. All right. Okay, unmute yourself. You good?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I just wanted to get you guys' input on that. How can I, kind of like shake that off? Because I don't date black men anymore. And I'm like from Chicago, but I moved to Phoenix, Arizona. So, I actually stay in Goodyear, Arizona. So I stay in a good area, mainly a lot of white people. But because of like my ex pro-black views, it kind of makes me stay away from the white people. So it's like I don't really want to be around.
Special K, you're not ready, bro. You're not ready. If you still feeling, it sounds like you cleaning up or something. But if you still feeling anything after hearing divested women talk about what actually went on in the black community, what black males actually did and are doing, and you still feeling a kinship, you ain't ready yet. You need some more other shit to go down before you're actually ready to turn your back on the black community.
Well, the thing about it is I don't need it to happen in my life. I mean, every 5.5, 6 hours was like good enough to where it's been 3-4 years. I haven't been nowhere near them. I won't even have a conversation that at the gas station with them. Like that's that serious.
Do you
And then
know?
it has gotten
hold
so
on, do you
bad.
have a delay? Do you have a delay, Special K? Or are you talking so loud that you can't hear me when I'm saying something? Check it out.
No, I think I'm just nervous. I think.
Okay, calm down. Calm down. I don't know what on earth, after seeing the 5.5 hours, after seeing the STD rate, after seeing the baby mama rate, after seeing the domestic violence rates, how families are fucked up in the Black community. You're gonna let somebody basically saying that someone was racist to them stop you from putting yourself first? Because honestly, it's not about just staying away from Black dudes. You got to divest from that whole fucking culture. You see what I'm saying? I think you're dating centered, because it's a bunch of divested women that don't even date any goddamn body. They just in love with they fucking self. So I think you're basing it on who you're dating, and that ain't cool. We're talking about crime rates and that type of shit. And you say you got a child, you would want that child to be away from all that violence and horrible culture of Blackistan. Okay?
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. There's consideration. That's why I called in, because you ladies are very like educated and stuff, and very smart and stuff. And I listen to a lot of what you guys say, because like I said, I come from Chicago, and the west side, like really ghetto, really wretched. And I'm just trying to like break those chains of the mind, and just knowing how to talk properly, communicate with the rest of society. You know what I mean?
You don't have to do that. I don't sit up here and talk all proper, and I'm divested like a motherfucker. You hear me?
Right.
Okay, it's not about that. I don't know what you've been hearing, but you don't have to act like a chocolate dip white bitch to be, you can be divested no matter what. You could be divested as a lesbian. So I don't know where you're getting some of this stuff from. You know what I'm saying? You need to inbox me, because somebody done told you wrong, girl. You can divest. If you still feeling that pro-Black bone, though, you're gonna have to work on that, because the Black community only puts Black men first. Only. You are a Black woman. You don't count in that community. And for you to still be feeling affinity towards them, that's not appropriate, when they're not putting people that look like you on any of their
They
shit.
even killing their preferences. I just seen a news clip where a Black guy beheaded, chopped his pregnant white girlfriend up, her head off. Like it was serious. I'm like,
okay,
it's terrible. I'm working on it every.
Listen, okay, I got to drop you down, because your earbuds ain't working. They're not working, booby. Okay. Y'all, don't let this be y'all. Don't let this be y'all. See how we talked about it not being about the men, and she went right back to the preferences and stuff like that. Right now, she's, thinking about dating, and that's cool. If you want to date, that's cool, and you're assessing the situation, that's fine. But getting to safety is the main thing, right?
DZ, may I add something
Yes,
to what
ma'am.
Special K was talking about?
Yes.
So, some I understand that you were talking about, you have a son, and that's that's sort of holding you back. Let me tell you, over here, some of the most savage members over here have Black sons.
That's a fact.
So they work through it, and they're fully divested, and they are some of the most savage divestors, and they have fully Black sons, and so you can do it.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming up, Special K, and calm down. We don't bite. We don't bite at all. Lock, or whatever. Are you Dusty?
No.
Oh boy. Okay. So you're a Black woman with a deep voice? And he ran.
I'm a Black man.
Oh shit. Holy motherfucking shit. Do you know how to read?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you click the link, sir?
Because I'm tired of all the Black women taking it out on every single Black dude. It's a lot of good dudes.
Are you out of your motherfucking mind? Are you out of your mind?
No.
Yes, you are out of your mind. You are.
it's like when y'all get mad, y'all take it out on
We're
all of
not
us.
mad. We're
I know.
divesting away and trying to get people to join us to do that. I'm not mad at you. I'm irritated at you, to be quite honest, and I don't understand why you're here. And y'all like to click this link when ain't no smoke night in the title, right?
I mean, yeah, I got you, but man, like I don't think y'all should take it out on everybody like how y'all doing, like every last one of us.
We're gonna continue to do that.
For what?
Period.
Why
Because we
though?
can, and it's smart to do so. That's why.
Why is that smart to blame a lot of black dudes that don't have nothing to do with ghetto black
Hey,
dudes?
Oh God.
will you listen to me carefully? We are not trying to fix, change, or correct anything in the Black community. We're trying to convince Black women, particularly the young ones, to break free from a community of people who don't give a fuck about them. They never have and they never will. This community is full of mammies who have sacrificed little Black girls and actually helped to break their minds, spirits, and bodies in service to some of the most ungrateful, disrespectful, violent, and least productive group of men on the planet. They have served their daughters up to their brothers, their cousins, their boyfriends, and their husbands. There is no conversation I want to have with the likes of you or a mammy. Okay, you need to.
This is Sparta!
What's in y'all tacos tonight?
Look, we're not angry. We're stating facts. We're just merely stating facts
I
about
couldn't
what's
take
going
it
on.
no more. He sound like he got an IEP, right? And a social security check that comes in for said disability. Okay. And it's another not all situation. He sound exactly like the mammies that come over here detracting, talking about, but it ain't all of us. Motherfucker, it's enough of y'all. Mammy, it's enough of them. Why do I have a whole goddamn playlist saved of y'all getting y'all shit split? This
And
makes
before
no
you
fucking
gave-
sense. Go
I
ahead.
think I was about to explain to him a major difference between these panels before you gave him the flip flop, because they need to understand a few things. The major difference between them and us is that they still want to have meaningful discussions with these men. They still want to talk to them. They still want to bargain with them. They still want to negotiate with them. They still want to reason with them. We're not trying to do any of that shit, but we will give their ass this smoke if they want it, and they can get the smoke and get kicked the fuck off this panel. Their voice is non-existent over here, just so we're clear on that. You don't have a voice here.
And to add to that, the so-called good black men, in quotation marks, have let the bad black men run amok, and so the good black men are complicit in their silence. I bet that dude does not go over to the manosphere and say, well, that's not all black women like that. I know some good black women out here. No, the fuck he doesn't.
Well, he don't have to. Because if I have it my motherfucking way, everybody gonna get away from the motherfuckers. But we still have the stubborn ass mammy out here making us look bad. That's why it's important to get the lingo down and get your direction down. Because people should know that you ain't on that bullshit when you're out in public. You don't have to tell them that you divested. The way you move should say, hey, something's different about that black woman. Don't approach her. Don't ask her nothing. None of that shit. It gets on my fucking nerves. Jesus.
But back to the code switching, you know, what I want to say earlier when we got on the topic of HIV and syphilis and these STDs. Now, you know, when you went there, DZ, I got to put on my other hat for a second, because here's the thing. I just found out last week sometime congenital syphilis is back on the rise, particularly in the state of Georgia.
Oh my God.
What that means is these women are still fucking and getting pregnant, and they're not going to the doctors like they're supposed to. Ladies, if you're listening, congenital syphilis is on the rise. You are not protecting yourselves, and you are not protecting your unborn children. So this is what I need you to do. Your doctor should have already tested you in your first trimester, and then they test you again towards the end of your pregnancy before you deliver. It's state law that they're supposed to test you twice, okay? Because they need to know. You have to be treated at least 30 days before you give birth to your baby, because that baby could come out stillborn, the baby could come out blind, or come out with severe other developmental issues. So you have to be in there 30 days in advance. You have to be treated with penicillin. If you are allergic to penicillin, that process is going to take even longer because they can't give you one of the cyclines. They can't give you doxycycline. They can't give you tetracycline. They cannot do that because that will give the baby severe tooth and bone developmental issues. So you have to have penicillin, even if you are allergic to it. So get in, they will desensitize it, get it in 2.4 million units. And that's just get in and get it. That's all I can say because we just got the word it's on the rise. So I needed to put that out there so they know get in and get treated because your babies, it's not just you, your babies are suffering behind this shit too.
Thanks for that info. Y'all better take heed. Y'all better take heed. And like the lady was saying earlier, with the like them coming in with military force, all I have is popcorn. I'm not gonna feel sorry for one of you bitches, especially with all this shit out here. Mimi Toutant, are you dusty? Mimi?
No, I'm not dusty, but your ass is.
Oh. Bye,
now you
bitch.
know.
Yeah, I'm not dusty, but your ass is.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of shit you get with bitches like that instead of listening to the goddamn message. What I wanted
Wait
to
a minute
say
though,
is,
right after all the information concerning antibiotics, congenital syphilis, that bitch said, I'm not dusty, but your ass is. Girl,
but see,
you better be.
those are facts. That's why I say it's they are so dumb. And see, that's why I can't talk to mammy bitches because they are nowhere near on the level that we need them to be. These hoes are immature, they are childish, and a lot of these hoes really are slow as fuck. Because you're not listening to the message, too busy trying to argue with what we're saying when this shit is fact. These women are giving birth to these children and they're coming out fucked up because the women are too busy partying and fucking and sucking and run up behind black men that's taking it up the ass when you need to be trying to worry about your unborn child and go and get treated like you need to the right way and knowing what that process is. And I just don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. And I ain't even trying to get it. That's why I don't talk to mammy bitches. I really don't.
They got it to the point where it's almost like, you know who's dealing with niggas. And that's the type of bitch that still deal with niggas looking for Scooby snacks and shit. I went over there and I told DZ she was dusty. Listen, baby, you still finna be dropping every 5.5 hours. You still gonna be a single baby mama, bitch. I'm sure you got 2 kids by 2 different niggas right goddamn now. Get your ass up off of here and go feed them goddamn ramen noodles. They hungry.
We're not saying this shit for our health. Like, I don't get up. You think I want to say this as a black woman? I don't say this because I want to make myself sound so motherfucking special. I don't say this because I want to show everybody how smart I am. I say this because I do this for a living every fucking day. This is the shit I see. And as a black woman, it is fucking embarrassing to me. These are conversations that I'm constantly having to have over and over and over and over a fucking again all day. When y'all stinking asses out there in the street passing this shit around, I gotta get in my car and I will fucking hunt you down if you in the state of Georgia. Just know and understand that. I will find you because this shit is getting out of hand. It's ridiculous. It's a shame shit got to be like that as a black woman. So I don't get up here and just say that because I want to sound so fucking smart.
King Kunta. Y'all. All right, I'm just going to say that you're dusty because somebody done named themselves King Kunta. Okay? King Kunta, what the fuck is going on?
Sure, what's up, man? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear your fucking nigga ass throat. What the fuck do you want, sir?
Whoa, what's all that?
It's everything.
What? Weren't you listening?
It's everything.
Why are you so angry at me, man?
Are you a black man?
Huh?
Are you a black man?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's all it takes.
So y'all
Anything
just hate
else?
all black men?
Yes, sir.
What do you want?
For what reason?
Oh, you already know there's 160 videos on this channel if you'd like to watch them.
Well, just single it down to a couple, please. The main ones.
Absolutely not. I don't take fucking commands or requests from Nakers. I don't. I'm interested in
From
asking you a
Nakers?
question. Yeah, from Nakers. Sir, how
Okay.
the fuck did you end up here on this beautiful Taco Tuesday? I have to do my research, y'all, because I don't know how, if your fucking algorithm sent you here, that means you be on some bullshit out here. You're not looking at the economy. You're not looking at world news. You're not looking at the gas prices. You're not looking at what's going on in the healthcare community. You
I don't
over
have to
on
look
some.
at all that. I work for myself. I'm
Oh, here we go.
gainfully
Don't tell me.
employed.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. You make $100,000. Ain't that right?
I ain't gonna say
Don't tell me.
100,000.
Come on now. You make $100,000. You got a wife. You are a father to your children. You all the shit that I say that y'all don't do, right?
I mean, yeah, for the most part.
There it is. I've heard all of this shit before.
Now, see, I do have 2 kids from a previous marriage.
Oh boy, I don't give a fuck.
Spiritual marriage.
I don't give a
previous
fuck.
marriage. My 2 kids were born in.
There's
in
somewhere you
wedlock.
get. Let me give y'all put in the comment section some panels he should go to, because there's some nigga friendly panels, and this
And
happens
see,
not to be
the
one.
thing about me is I grew up in a 2-parent household. You know, my
We
daddy
didn't
was a
ask.
financial.
What the heck?
See, I didn't grow up with a hood rat.
You done?
I didn't grow up like that, so I can't understand that.
We
You know,
don't
I got much.
care.
You come up
I
here
got
to
a
give
whole
us your
family
life
full of
story. We
classy
didn't
black
ask
women.
about your background. We don't care about your life, sir.
Afro
But
Queen, I already
I'm
know.
saying, okay,
This is one of them
y'all
motherfuckers.
say fuck
Hey,
black
listen,
dudes, right?
listen, Kunta.
Yeah,
When
I
you
hear you.
hear this angelic voice, shut the fuck up. Don't talk over me.
How you
Right?
gonna say
I
shut the
would
fuck up
say,
after
I would
Like she
say,
just said, shut the fuck up.
I would say when I come over to your area, I wouldn't talk over you. But the problem is I would never come over there. That's why I'm baffled why you're here. Okay. Any parting words before you get the fuck off of here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why black women are so angry at black men. I mean, that is
Because
not
y'all
gonna
ain't
have
shit.
us coming back. That is not gonna
Now
have
get
us
off
coming
here.
back. All that's
Now
gonna
get
do
We
is
off of
don't
here
make
with
want
all
you
your
to
of us
come back.
bullshit.
Did you hear
available.
what this whole ass nigga said? And that ain't gonna have us coming back. Good. Then I need to keep up with the fuck
Y'all
I'm
gonna
doing
be
so y'all stay
alone.
far or fucking away
Trying
from
to get
us. He said that ain't gonna get us to come back.
Hey, y'all gonna be alone
We
in
don't
a
want y'all, bitch.
Section 8
I'm
Don't
house?
married.
nobody want
I'm
you.
married to the motherfucker. I'm
Don't
not
nobody
alone.
want
somebody
Trust me.
trying.
y'all,
Oh, you think somebody
especially
trying to
women
get
like
you
you.
back?
Especially like you.
Nigga, we trying to get rid of your ass. Weren't you listening? Shit, the fuck?
Please. You can
We
tell your
trying to
You
get
girl
came
rid of
that,
over
you.
here,
but
nigga.
I know the real.
You came over
I know the
here.
real.
Why in the hell do we want you?
Huh?
You
We
came
trying
over
to get
here.
rid of you.
I thought we was gonna have a
If we
good
wanted your ass,
conversation.
wouldn't we go where your ass is? No.
I don't
I thought we
converse
was
with
gonna have a
niggas.
good
There's
conversation. I
never
just got
going.
hit with.
Okay.
Y'all
This
sounding like
is
white supremacists.
Sparta!
King Kunta, I told you when you hear my angelic voice, you are to shut the fuck up. You keep trying to challenge me, and I'm not with that shit. When you hear my mouth open, my bread dick sucker open up, you shut your motherfucking monkey ass lips. Do you understand me? Talking about we sound like some white supremacists. If you don't get the fuck up out of here with that nonsense,
Don't know
y'all are the
shit.
biggest white supremacists I ever seen in my life. Ever.
You keep trying to tell them this is Sparta. I don't know where they think they at over here.
Child, bye. Faye Lover, are you dusty?
No, ma'am, I'm not dusty.
What's up, honey?
So I've been watching your channel more and more lately, and I saw that you posted like I think a couple of weeks ago about how this summer is about to be a bloodshed.
Mm-hmm. Wait
So
one second. Let me tell. Hey, Miss Simmons, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you. And she said, "You're absolutely correct, Aaliyah. She's agreeing with you. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Faye. Faye, you still there, honey? Okay, I'm gonna drop you back down because I don't know what happened to your audio, but we can't hear you anymore. All right, bye. Welcome to the panel, Seneca. How are you?
Hey, what's going on? They
No,
trying you today. I'm
child,
like, what in the world is going on?
that
Okay,
motherfucker said I thought we was gonna have a conversation.
what?
With me?
He thought it was gonna be
Absolutely
a
not.
therapy session. That's what it was gonna be. You was gonna tell
No,
his ass off.
he was on some not all shit. They're all on some not all shit, and I just don't have time for it. Hey, K Sloan, I'm putting the link in the chat now.
So, like, if they wanted to be not all, why don't the so-called good guys? Because it's some they might not be laying hands on the sister, but like they're sitting around letting it happen. Like if you got a family member that knows that you're in trouble and it's a guy, but he's not jumping in for you,
They don't like you.
See,
they don't like you.
That's it.
A lot of these black women's family, if they say that they did something happened to them, they're gonna ask what she did.
Oh,
like there's
my
ever
God.
a reason why a woman should be hit, but hey.
And it's crazy because like the other caller that was from Chicago was saying, when you start to get around white people, if you're not used to it, it is super awkward. But I mean, like the number one thing I think about is all the hatred and ugliness towards us is just for being black women or hating on our skin or whatever. That's coming from inside the so-called community. Other people just kind of take you at face value, more or less. Like, I'm not saying that it's just perfect, but you kind of started a more, I want to say, even playing field.
And see, that's the thing. When they say that motherfuckers is saying, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. Here's the deal. It's possible, right? But I tell you what's better on the other side, being over that fence and away from niggas, because those are your number one predators. So by default, it is better on the other side. You take it how you want to.
Like, I want somebody to answer the question, why is niggas all up on us? The question was previous, oh, well, why y'all mad at black men? Y'all mad. Why y'all so angry? I'm just sitting there like, okay, flip the question around. Why y'all killing us so much? Why you walking up on us? Why you want to chew our eyeball out? I think that quote of somebody wanting us to die in our excrement, I'm like, damn.
Right.
Like,
and when they ask that question, Seneca, we don't owe them any answers for anything. And we don't owe the mammies any answers either when they start talking about, oh, why you hate black men? Well, if it's not evident to you already, I don't know what to tell you.
And see, they mistake passion for anger. Nobody is angry because when I get off here, I'm going to bed and I sleep very well. Okay, so I'm not angry about shit.
Yeah.
Hey, K Sloan, how are you?
Hey, DZ, it's so good to hear your beautiful, beautiful bell tinkling voice.
Isn't it angelic?
All you ladies, it's so good to hear you. I'm sorry, DZ. I was watching, I was lurking, and I had to come up and tell that and tell that promising young man, nigga, nobody gives a fuck about your 2.5 kids. Nobody gives a fuck about your 100,000 fake ass high value dog. Like, why do y'all come over here? I am genuinely baffled. Do you have a humiliation fetish, sir? Do you have some kind of pain porn fetish? Is that why they keep calling over here? I just got finished reading this book called The Male Brain, and it was talking about how futile it is to argue and go back and forth with men, especially niggas, because they get a kick out of it. I bet he's sitting up there rock ass hard, jerking off his shit log, trying to I really
probably will.
I really don't get it. And then two, please stop trying to use this fear monger tactic about black women dying alone. No, nigga. You can go into any rest home, any hospital, any homeless encampment. It's y'all's asses that are dying alone. Sir, talk to any CNA, PA, respiratory fucking therapist. Y'all are the ones dying alone. And I'm sorry, but I quite like my company. We outlive y'all niggas anyway. Outlive y'all anyway. We're the ones who are taking care of all the babies in the community and volunteering and doing all that shit. So we never even die alone when we are alone. I just had to come up there and say that because this dude, I just don't understand it. You got a billion mammies out there from Timbuktu to Africa to Chicago to Detroit to Rio de Janeiro who would love to be your footstool. Why the
Boom.
fuck are you over here worrying about us, thinking that you're gonna reason us out? Like, come on, dude. Not I grew up in a 2-parent home, nigga. My father was quote unquote a good black man, nigga. And I still don't fuck with y'all.
They think everybody want them.
My parents have been married longer than I've been alive. And I still don't fuck with y'all. So please stop with this two-parent home. I'm a good brother. I'm sorry. Am I the only person that cringes and gags when I hear brother? Like,
Yeah, I do too.
I just throw up in my mouth a little bit. It's just my gag. It makes my gag reaction just activate. So yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to come up here and say that, DZ.
No apologies, baby. I'm so glad to see you. And you were correct on all that shit. It's a lot of black women that grew up in 2-parent homes, but they're not talking about how it was constructed. Okay. A lot of times, some of those 2-parent homes in the black community is the reason why the chick divested, because that daddy that sat up there and was kicking ass, barely providing, talking shit, always in a surly mood, fucking the next door neighbor. Yeah, that's still a 2-parent home.
It is still a 2-parent home. And then too, I think a lot of these women glorify, pedestalize, and romanticize black love because a lot of them did not grow up in 2-parent homes. And because I grew up in a 2-parent home with an educated ass father who took me all around the world and put me in boarding school, is because I saw it. So I don't romanticize it because I'm like, yeah, no, that's just not for me. So I don't have this rose-colored, idealized Wakanda forever fucking version of a black 2-parent home because I saw it firsthand. I saw how my father was. Yeah, did he do right by me in some ways? Absolutely. But this was the same nigga where I had to get stitches in my face because he put my fucking head through a wall because I disrespected him. Like, come on. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to
No, for real.
Or do all that shit, but yeah, I can't stand it. It's disingenuous. Y'all educated lames, you good brothers are the reason why there are so many rabbit ass niggas in the community today, because you won't get out of your $100,000 off your $100,000 ass and go wrangle all those feral ass niggas in the community because you're afraid of them and you're afraid of the white man too. So look, thank you.
Yes, I appreciate you, Case Long. You put it in. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Melinda, Brand, your device is not connected. And Seneca, you got a echo.
I still got echo now?
It sounds a little, no, it's actually worse.
Oh, okay. How about now? I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. It's just
all right. All right then.
Khadijah B, welcome to the panel.
Hey, how you doing, DZ?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Is my mic okay?
No, it's like a lot of noise around you.
Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you hear me a little bit better now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to speak on something that I heard so a personal experience that I just went through about how you have to divest from women too. And I mean, some people might know about it, but I went over there on the speech impediment channel, just for the content, and guess what? Got cussed the fuck out because I didn't side with any of the bullshit coming from the what do I'm trying not to say nobody's name.
Yeah, don't say nobody's name up here, but give me 1 second. Hey, auntie, whoever the fuck you are, bitch, that goddamn link has been down there several fucking times. If your device is not working, scroll the fuck back up and click the goddamn link. I don't know what the fuck y'all on tonight, but you need to just say no, like Nancy Reagan said. How many times have I dropped that fucking link? You don't come over here commanding no shit. The hell is wrong with you? You take your ass to them niggas and tell them that they're cowards because they won't protect your funky ass, bitch. The fuck wrong with you? Have some goddamn respect around this bitch, or take your ass over there with them niggas. The fuck you mean? And give that bitch the link. Come on now, you finna piss me off with the nonsense. And don't come up here if you're not quoting stats, if you're not talking, right, and you're not defending your argument, then you're gonna get kicked the fuck back up off of here. Drop the link, cowards. Bitch, listen. How many fucking times I gotta drop the link? Retarded ass.
They love how a group of coward niggas and coward bitches gonna call somebody else a coward.
Auntie.
Okay.
I know you know
Ain't
several
nobody
justice
over
niggas.
here never scared because ain't nobody on this motherfucker a threat to nobody over here.
Let
Please
me
just
let me
know
let me
that.
make sure she got some room because I don't want the bitch talking about the studio was full. Faye Lover, I'm gonna drop you down because I want this whore to come up here with her stupid ass. Come on, bitch. I just gave you a goddamn chair. Bring your
That's
ass,
not
whore.
a whole nigga, but in either way, come up, nigga, bitch. It don't matter, bitch, nigga. It don't matter.
Drop the link, cowards. The link is always available. It's one of the first things that Kyra ever put in this motherfucker. And anybody that has a goddamn wrench, they drop the link every other goddamn minute. So what are you talking about? Coward my ass. You
Right.
somebody auntie, all right? Raggedy bitch.
The mods stay dropping the link.
All right. The fuck wrong with her? Sorry, Khadijah. I had to, get auntie together because auntie clearly is having a stroke.
Yeah, she needs to be baptized for real. But honestly, like I'm just seeing exactly what y'all are saying about how you need to divest from women too. I try to be the type of person to I listen to people who say they got some knowledge and it makes sense to me, and I try to follow by that. And when you follow by it and the person is actually the queen of double talk, and you get cussed out. So that sisterhood, it can be very challenging even when you try to practice what you preach and do what you're supposed to do to protect, because we don't have nobody. So I try to do my part as a fellow black woman and protect other black women. And when you do that, if you're not siding with them, it's fuck you. And I'm starting to see that you do have to divest from black women too.
Oh, absolutely. That's and DZ will tell you from the
How
beginning of
a
my
public
journey.
humiliation. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was a public humiliation. You telling these folks that I'm over on the divestment channel talking about this the nigga that I was dealing with, and then you telling your audience that I'm still sucking the black dick. Bitch, no, I'm not. No,
Wow.
I'm not. Yes, I was fence sitting, but I wasn't sucking no black dick on the fence, bitch. And you
Well,
you know what I'm saying? That shit not cool. That
yeah,
shit not cool.
you'll get that from somebody that's constantly changing their mantra. The fuck whoever that is, okay? And it just is what it is. Somebody that like black men 1 minute, like white men the next minute, a goddamn assurance adjuster the next minute, and all this shit. You're gonna get that type of shit. I wouldn't be concerned with it if I was you, just to be honest with you.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt me, because that shit did hurt me in my heart chakra. That shit hurt me because I didn't do shit to none of y'all. That shit that
Well,
y'all started
just
over there,
make sure you don't go back. That's where you get it fucked
yeah,
up. Honestly,
that's where I
don't
got
take
it.
your ass
You
back.
right. You right. That's where I fucked up at by going back even after all that shit.
No.
Well, here's the thing. Where I am now, where a lot of these black women are concerned, DZ can tell you, I did not start out like this. I got like this after months and months and months of putting up with a whole bunch of bullshit, seeing and hearing a whole bunch of bullshit. And I just came to the realization a lot of these bitches are every bit as fucked up as these niggas. I promise you. And that's why I am where I am today, because I had to realize a lot of these black women are gatekeepers to a lot of this shit. These bitches are complicit and they co-conspirators.
They
And
bottom
that's
bitches.
why I ended up.
They bottom bitches. You know how a pimp has that one bitch that's, she controlled the hoes in the stable. She the one tell them what the new rules are and all that shit. And once the pimping is complete and they're done working in sex work, the bottom bitch is the one he spends the rest of his life with. So they trying to earn that bottom bitch spot, coming out here talking about this and that, and you need to do this and not all, and drop the link, cowards, this stupid ass bitch. All of that shit. They're bottom bitches. They act just like
Yeah.
pimps and hoes.
And they will turn on you quick for one of these niggas. And I understand where she's at, because it hurt me when I first had to come to that realization. I think you remember that conversation, DZ, when I just needed to talk to you so bad. And when we got on the phone and I just said, I'm DZ, I'm tired. I'm tired of these bitches. And I told you, I said, I'm tired of these bitches. And that's exactly where I was, because nobody rolled for black women harder than I did. And when I came to the realization that a lot of black women want shit, it broke my heart. It did, because I didn't want to ever feel that way about us.
But
But
I
them
Mm-hmm.
feel like you gotta get your heart broke. You do have
yes,
to get your heart broke in order for you to see. In order for you
yes,
to see exactly what it is. Because that's how it was. I was telling y'all about my in the Discord about my mammy mama. It hurt. It do hurt. But you gotta stay away,
yes.
because if you don't stay away for her mammy, for her Pookie son, that Pookie son gonna end his blood sister. And I can't have that. I cannot. No, not for no love. No.
Yeah, I feel you. VW, get your ass back in here. There it is, VW. What's going on?
Hey, good evening, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good. I guess you say let me go out and come back in because she must not see me. I be trying to pace it because you know it can get a little wild up here sometime. What you got, babe?
Yeah. I got a question, I guess. You know what I hate when I'm listening to these so-called other divestors be talking, and then they be trying to like help black women to like, yeah, but racism still exists.
You know what?
I'm at the point. I just want to get this out real quick.
Go ahead.
It irritates me when I hear that, because my thing is this: we gotta go to the white man for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it that the white man and non-black men are being racist towards you, but you're not mad at your own goddamn pappies and sons for not doing for you what the white man and other non-black men are doing for their women? And when I bring this up, this is what I forgot who that was just talking about how black women are. That's what kept me stuck in the community for a long time. I always knew black males was trash based on how my grandmother and my mother, adopted mother treat me, because they hate girls. They hated women. They hated girls. So that's why I was always pro-black woman, not so much pro-black. Because I already knew black males are trash because of black women. Okay?
Yes.
But I was trying to be like, not all. But I'm at the point where what is y'all talking about racism? Like, what? This is a concept made up to cover for your sons.
It is. It is. And here's the kicker, y'all. Who said everybody had to like black people? I don't know where the rule book says that everybody got to like you. You need to grow the fuck up. Some folks don't like black folks. Some folks don't like Asian people. So it is what it is. It just because there's a racist out there does not give you the right to be knocking off black women every 5.5 hours and just being a general derelict. Don't nobody got to like you. Fuck you.
But you know what?
But my thing is this though: black people are the most racist goddamn people towards other black people.
That's true.
Stuff that black people has done to me. Okay, the worst thing that happened to me with a non-black person, a white person, I was called the N-word. And I need 2 sets of hands for every white person that would tell me, when they would say some out-of-pocket stuff to me, like, well, y'all do it to each other, so I thought it was okay. How about that?
Go ahead, Case Long.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just going to say.
I'm sorry.
No. I was just gonna say to a VW, but it's just like I think black women project. It's projection and transference. So they don't have to actually do the right thing and focus on the problems in the community if they can always externalize and look outward, talking about the white man and what the white man did to us. And actually, I had a conversation about this with my mother. I'm slowly trying to pull those strings. But I was just like, why would you expect a people who look nothing like you? They share none of your DNA, they share none of your history, they share none of your values, or so you say. But you expect them to treat you better than your own people treat you? Like, that makes no sense.
Yo, I literally just talked to somebody today at work about that same exact thing. And I knew she was a mammy, but I had to let her realize how it's wrong and how to compare it to what if it would have happened to someone who was the opposite of me, which is a non-black woman. So the little nignog that I worked side by side with asked me if my locks was my real hair. They asked me what my name was. He just started here. They asked me what my name was. None of that shit. He said, "That's your real hair?" I asked him, "Is that your real hair?" He said, "Yeah." And I told the lady, I said, "Don't you think that's offensive?" I'm baiting her because I want to see how much of a mammy you is. And she said, "Well, maybe he just want to get his hair like you." Look, bitch, he's trying to be insulting because we work here with all these white women in here, all these white guests in here. He ain't never said no, would never go up to no white woman and ask her if that's her real hair. And if he did, it would be an insult. So look at it that way. It's an
Thank you.
insult.
Thank
Oh
you.
well.
Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. And I just want to say one more thing and I'm gonna drop down. These black folks in this two-parent mess, I just got divorced after 27 years of marriage and been with the nigga for 34 years. And I was a single mother for most of that until 2 years ago when I made him finally sign a birth certificate of our children. So yeah, y'all can miss me with that two-parent shit.
That
Well,
two
that's
parent
what's up,
shit don't work
VW.
in my household either, because in my household we had both of our parents. But you know what my brother doing? He broke we you know how most African Americans have broken curses or whatever they call it against them, saying they trying to break generational curses. Guess what? We
That
did
shit
not
get
have
on my fucking nerves. Them motherfuckers are just trash. Talking about
we did
generational curses. Your
no
family is fucked up over the course of a goddamn
right
set of generations.
Right.
They when
Lies
they
they
say that
tell.
shit, check this out, y'all. When they say that shit, it's almost as if it's not their fault that the
Right.
family's fucked up. That
Yep.
ain't no goddamn curse. Ain't no witch came down and shook her goddamn finger at your
Right.
family, you fucking dumbass bitch.
Lies
Exactly.
they tell. Lies they tell.
and
Yes.
exactly, but that's what I'm saying. We did in our situation, we didn't have so-called a generational curse. We had a two-parent home. We had both sides of our family go to college and all this stuff, do the right thing. You created the generational curse. He created the generational curse. He's the one that's choosing to be violent, choosing to fight his sisters and be and get shot at and shoot at people, do cocaine, all kind of good red ass shit out here in Atlanta. He doing all kind of shit. So
Let me see who this is in the back, Khadijah. What the fuck is your name? Wan? Are you Dusty? Okay, I'm gonna assume you Dusty.
That's Miss
Then.
Harris. She not gonna say shit because she back here telling us how our hair is nappy. So I was just letting the bitch know that I got a big chop and I ain't got no hair. So that's all.
You ain't got to
that's a
explain shit
nigga.
to no goddamn. Listen,
That's
you
a
ain't got
nigga.
to. Y'all don't have to explain yourself to these motherfucking cocksucking ass
Oh no,
niggas
it's
from
fun.
Blackistan.
It's fun just talking to people, stupid people in the stupid way of their stupidity. So that's all I'm doing back here.
They're not even original arguments. Like hair and calling us bald and darkies. Like that's not even original. So you're a lazy troll. That's
But you know what though? Is you always want to
Let her finish real quick, Seneca.
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
No. You're fine. You're fine, Seneca. I was just saying, like, but if you're gonna be a troll, at least be an original troll. Come out with a new argument. Come up with a new insult. Like calling us darkies and bald. See, like really? That's so fucking lazy.
It is what it is. I think they're fucking slow. I do. I do.
don't
You
think
remember the Naker that came up here? He was kind of talking like this. And why you mad at all black men? I think they're challenged. They're special.
Oof.
They used to put all the challenge and special the ones that have ADHD used to putting them on Ritalin. Not Ritalin, Ritalin and Adderall.
Carlos, you listen. I don't know. Are you Dusty?
Hey.
I said, are you Dusty? Not hey. We can speak after I find out whether you're Dusty. Are you Dusty?
Hey there. What up?
Wow.
Or
like I was just explaining. Didn't I just explain that to y'all? I just explained to y'all that these motherfuckers ain't right in the head. Seneca, you echoing again, boo.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, throw yourself on mute. But that's crazy that just happened because I just told y'all how slow they are. They are slow. I said in plain English, are you Dusty? Hey. Right. I can't. Carlos, you're going to have to go ahead and eat your Wheaties and come back, okay? Because this technically wasn't smoke night, but you're not even understanding what I'm saying, so I don't even know why I'm talking to you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and kick you from studio because you need some help, baby. You could possibly get $887 a month for that situation you got going on. Here we go, y'all. And I know Aaliyah going to tear this one up. Preference. Are you Dusty?
No, I'm not Dusty, but
Do you want her, Aaliyah? Do you want her?
You could put the bitch back on the line. What she was finna say?
Okay, what now?
Okay, y'all are just mad because I'm light skinned and y'all dark skinned.
Girl, bye. You ain't seen nobody over here. How the fuck you know what color somebody is? You see how dumb you are. Bitch, we don't even know if you light skinned or not. You could just be talking out of your ass.
You sound dark skinned.
Who, bitch, you don't know shit about me. You don't know shit about me. But what you can do is kiss my ass. That's what you can do, both cheeks. The left and the right.
Your nappy head. You gotta buy your
Nappy
hair,
head, bitch, please. But I am natural though. I give you that though. I give you that. I am natural. I've been start relaxing my hair.
That cellulite.
Bad. Bitch, you don't know shit about me. Kiss my ass again. See, this one of them blackest mammy ass
Hold up,
bitches.
Aaliyah. Hold up 1 second, Aaliyah. She named herself Preference, right? We just sat here for a year talking about how awful it is in Blackistan. She named herself Preference. She means that she's preferred by the very nakers, right? That ain't shit. Do you hear me?
Yes, and her pussy also smell like shit too.
Yeah, that's one of them Blackistan bitches. She probably sitting up somewhere with a house full of rugrats by a nigga that ain't there, and that shit ain't my fault. Not at all.
But you know what the real trip is, DZ? Is usually these preference women who are secretly, well, not secretly, because she was very openly colorist. They'll be the first to go and march out for these niggas, knowing full well that they're the preference, talking about how pro-black they are, and then they'll turn around and use a whole bunch of anti-black insults, talking about nappy hair and darkies and light skin and dark.
Yes.
Like, how are you pro-black, ma'am?
I told you them bitches they are niggas. That was a whole nigga. She sounded just like one of them niggas, did she not? That was a whole nigga.
This is what I'm saying. What is black people talking about? Racist white people. This is what I'm saying.
That's why I said them hoes are they co-conspirators. Them mammy bitches are they co-conspirators. They are complicit in this shit.
White people has not said these things to me. Like I have to hear from black people since I was in existence.
You're so right. I've experienced the most racist, not colorist, because it's colorist in there, but I'm gonna say racist. I've experienced the most racist shit from them Negroes. I have.
While we're talking about preferences, let's take a look at what they doing to preferences real quick.
Right now at midday, the search for a gunman after police say a 9-year-old was executed and her mother hurt. Police say this started as a domestic dispute.
I don't know what the fuck is going on YouTube, but come on with the bullshit. There we go.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Sirota.
And I'm Sophia Ojeda. The shooting happened at an apartment off Oxford Street and the Katy Freeway in the Heights. KPRC2's Brittany Jeffers is there live with what we are learning about the case. Brittany.
And we've been checking in with homicide detectives all morning long, and they tell us that right now the woman's ex-boyfriend is facing a capital murder and aggravated assault charge. They tell us at the time of the shooting that there were 3 children inside of that apartment, a 1-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 9-year-old who they say was shot and killed. Now, police tell us the man that they are looking for is Jeremiah Jones. He's described.
There it is. So the white chick got a whole bunch of wind playing behind her. I don't know why they didn't have the little air control shit going on. There's a lot of traffic behind her. But what this motherfucker did was ran up into his preference house, who happened to be his ex at the time, because you know that's the most dangerous time to deal with a dusty, when you're trying to get the fuck away from him. Right. He executed the 9-year-old that was in that house. Okay. I had a picture of her, but I try not to show pictures of kids that aren't censored up here. Darling, bragging about being a goddamn preference ain't the thing to do. Y'all are catching a whole lot of syphilis and catching a whole lot of bullets around this bitch. All of you.
And I am not upset about it one bit. So her light-skinned ass baby. Jealous, I think the fuck not. You can get all these niggas, bitch. It don't matter.
To be real with you, I don't think she was light-skinned, because I done met a whole bunch of awesome goddamn light-skinned women. I bet you she was sitting up there dark skin as fuck, just trolling
She's
all she was doing was trolling.
All I got is Korean games.
Oops. Wasn't she was half Asian, I believe.
Right.
What's
But she was the preference. Was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know she was biracial.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, but I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yep. Her mom's Asian, and her dad is, like the dude that's on the screen right now. So bragging about being a fucking preference, that's some L shit. You're gonna have to take that L. We've been up here for we've been up here for 2 hours, right? And not one mammy has quoted a stat. Not one. Not one. And auntie, where are you, bitch? I'm just up here lollygagging, waiting for you to click the link. Where the fuck are you?
That might have been the bitch that did make it through. The bitch that just got off the line. That might have been her.
Girl, ain't no telling. I think that was homegirl from earlier that was saying, I'm not dusty, but you are. Ciao, bye. Welcome to the panel, Faye Lover.
Hey, y'all.
Your mic is muted, dear. She keep bringing herself down. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, y'all. Sorry, my mic keep getting muted and stuff.
Okay, go ahead, babe.
So I was saying earlier, so I noticed there's been a lot of bloodshed around me. Like, so I live in a not so safe neighborhood, and we just had a robbery in this apartment building I'm staying in at the moment. And I've been scared recently. I'm like, at this point, I'm trying to work every single day I could possibly work so I can move the fuck out of here because I'm scared.
Well, you're doing the right thing.
Because my city right now is considered the #1 murder capital of the United States right now. So I'm kind of scared of what to do. Try to move out of here.
Well, you have to make sure that you don't do any excessive spending on anything. That shit needs to go right into your moving account. Because if it's like that where you are, you got to go. You saw what we were saying earlier about the police.
Yep.
And you're in the #1 murder capital. That's a real bad look. So you're doing the right thing by getting the fuck up out of there.
Because it's been getting bad. Like a lot of shootings. I just heard some shooting earlier. Like not earlier, like a couple days ago. It was like at 3 a.m. I'm going to sleep. I just hear some shooting. Somebody driving up the street. I'm like, it's time to go because I can't keep dealing with this.
Don't make any unnecessary trips either. Go where you have to go. It needs to damn near be mandatory. I wouldn't be out there just lollygagging. I really wouldn't, especially if it's as dangerous as you said it is. Leisure trips should be kept to a minimum. I wouldn't do them at all, but
Yeah. I've been just going to the grocery store, getting my stuff for the week, then coming back home.
Are guns legal in your state?
Yeah, guns is definitely legal. It's highly legal.
Okay, I hope you got some protection. Real shit.
Yeah, I got some. I'm about to go get my CCWs in a second, in about a couple months, once I get out of here real quick.
And you're so right, DZ, about don't go out on your leisure. My homegirl, she just went out on her leisure, just dropping her friend off. She said she was cornered in by some niggas, and they was trying to force her to get out her car to see so they could see her body. She said she didn't want to get out. The nigga was trying to get smart with her, try to make her get smart with her, and he was reaching for something. They tried to like corner her in and take her car. She said she hit every speed bump going 60 miles per hour out the neighborhood because they was trying to. She said that she felt like if she would have got that car, they would have took her BMW.
I'm sure they would have. These
And
motherfuckers have no control.
She said when she left, the girl that she dropped off, they was flashing lights all in her apartment. And they pulled up with some other dudes in a Camaro and they came out with guns out the trunk.
Wow. Y'all be safe out there. Real shit. Merlot, I don't know. Oh, yeah, DeKalb County is pretty bad. That Whole Foods out there getting ready to close too, by the way. All those grocery stores and shit that's in those neighborhoods, they're getting the fuck on because the place is getting too dangerous. And like I said, the cops ain't coming. Your ass will be getting maggots running through your goddamn skin, drop dead, and the cops only find your ass after 3 goddamn days because this is the situation mammies wanted. They want these niggas to be able to commit their crimes in peace. That's all they want. They don't want jobs. They don't want to be able to, have some state mandates there where certain things can't happen. All they want is to be, yes, ma'am.
So that's exactly what's happening in my city. So now my city, they're talking about, since the gas is getting so high, it's $5.20 a gallon. They're talking about they're not even going to be doing calls on nonviolent calls anymore. So basically everything goes right now. They're basically
Wow.
like anything that's not non-violent. So if nobody dies or anything, basically you can do whatever. It's a free for all because they're
So
doing
basically,
staffing shortages.
you're
Is
gonna
this
have
the
to guard your own shit.
calamity that they was talking about?
Hold on a
Yeah.
second, Khadijah B. What'd you say, Aaliyah?
No, I was gonna say, I guess now it's time for everybody to start guarding their own shit.
They're gonna have to. The police ain't coming. They getting what they want, y'all. And it's dangerous as fuck. Dangerous. And what are Auntie's excuses, Merlot? Because I haven't seen anything the bitch wrote, honestly, to keep it all the way real with you. I knew she wasn't gonna come. They never do. And if they do, they're just gonna come up and say some bullshit. Just like everybody with that pigmentation did that walked over here from Blackistan. You fucking weirdos.
So is this what they meant? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, is this what they meant when they said when climatic? What is it? The word climatic? I don't even know what the goddamn word is. But when shit hit the fan, is this what they was talking about?
I guess. Oh, y'all, Auntie Sheila is here. Auntie Sheila, what you want?
Wow, what's good?
Lovely. What's good, bitch? What you was the one in the chat calling somebody a coward. So you just got up here just to do what and say what?
She's crazy.
Y'all are some race traitors for real.
Race traitors, bitch. I don't owe you shit. You ain't nothing to me. You ain't shit to me. I don't even know you.
The black man don't want y'all, so y'all are very, very hurt.
Auntie,
I don't owe you
hold up a
shit,
second,
bitch.
Aaliyah. Hold up a second. So you was begging for the link just to say that corny shit?
Pretty much. I can
Okay,
tell
well,
you-
get your
I can
motherfucking
tell
ratchet
your
ass from up here, whore. The fuck? You don't even get the Sparta flip flop, you monkey face bitch. You section 8 bitch. Your motherfucking bubble lip ass can kiss my motherfucking ass. You want to hear something that sound racist, you motherfucker? Take your EBT card, swipe it up, that fucking gonorrhea pussy. Make sure you feed them bastards. Suck your goddamn baby daddy dick and kiss my ass all over. Kiss me all over, bitch. You beg for that link for that? You are a weirdo, bitch.
Auntie Mammy, don't you know the first race traders were your own niggas? Didn't you know that when they sold you to people who look nothing like you? I think that sounds pretty traitorous to me.
Them bitches, they just be talking. They don't know their own history for real. They just be running their goddamn dick suckers. That's all they be doing. The first person that goddamn be treasonous was that black dick they sucking on.
Every nigga that could bounce a ball or dribble a ball or throw a fucking football or fillet a microphone, when they brought all these white women and Asian women, when Thurgood Marshall and Clarence Thomas and Cornel West, so the smart brothers and the thugs and the athletes and the musicians, when they picked other women over you, I don't know. That sounds pretty traitorous to me. I don't know. Maybe we need to go get the fucking Merriam-Webster's dictionary and look up the term.
I would say them ain't nothing but a bunch of whack assholes calling up here because they upset and in they feelings about the way we talk to them niggas. Because that's them bitches caping again, because that's what them bitches do. You can't stand it. Don't nobody want to talk to now one of them funk ass niggas. So you jumped your funk ass up here to call yourself trying to check somebody else, and it ain't gonna work. Because I told them bitches once before, we are uncheckable. So fuck you, fuck them niggas, and fuck the bitch that birthed all you motherfuckers. How about that?
And you know what, Aaliyah? Does it ever occur to these mammies that some of us just weren't interested in black men? Like, does it ever penetrate their mammy brains, or is it soaked up too much nigga sperm that some of us just were never attracted to the
Everybody has to want them, or you are considered a race traitor. I don't give a fuck. I can't be a traitor against something I don't give a fuck about. I don't know that bitch. I don't know that bitch. I don't know none of these niggas. I don't give a fuck to know none of them either.
Y'all already know how Auntie Betsy or whatever the fuck that stupid mammy ass bitch's name is. Y'all know how she came up here, right? Y'all know how she came up here.
Which one?
Fucking weirdo.
I mean, that's the thing, and they wonder why they ain't got no men, because these bitches too busy being the niggas. That's the problem. They don't let them hold their own nuts. These bitches are the men or the community, them mammy bitches.
Exactly.
And they wonder why these niggas pussy. They wonder why they pussy. because you won't sit your funk ass down and let them handle their own motherfucking business. And if they get their feelings hurt, bitch, then so be it. But see, it's bitches like that. It's the reason why these motherfuckers walk around in all these dresses. It's the reason why these motherfuckers don't stand for a motherfucking thing. And it's the reason why these bitches pussy. Because these hoes is the ones with the dick and the balls. That's the problem.
J. Wanda Thomas, are you dusty?
No, ma'am, I'm not dusty.
That's what's up. What you got on the topic?
I got on the topic here. Since gas prices is going up, please be careful when you go and get gas. Cause these dudes up here is ripping people off on gas. I'm from California. These motherfuckers are taking people gas cans and putting it in their car and they charge chargers. So if you gotta get gas, do not get gas in the middle of the night or early in the morning. And stay strapped. Get you an AR-15. Get you whatever you need because the police is not coming because they want to defund the police.
Y'all, also to piggyback onto that, if you pay at the pump, please make sure that there's nothing attached to it that looks strange because they're taking money out of folks' account that way too. It's motherfucking it's hard for me to just keep saying nigger because I call them a whole lot of other shit, but they attaching those little card readers to the gas pump. So be careful with that shit too. If it looks suspicious, go inside and pay for it so that they don't have access.
Also, don't
I'm
go
gonna
inside.
also add on that too about going in. That's kind of scary too because I saw a video the other day. A lady went inside to pay, and this guy was watching her go inside to pay because as soon as she was coming out, he took her pump and put it in his car.
Yeah. Don't go inside while you're pumping. Like if you swipe your credit card and you go inside to use the restroom or get fruit snacks or whatever, yeah, don't do that because I've seen where people will take the pump and put it in their own gas tank. So yeah, be careful.
Right, and just try to avoid nacre infested areas. Period.
They doing everything because they was rolling under people's cars still in the catalytic converter.
Yeah, they still doing that too.
Wow,
they still doing that too. But I'm gonna drop down, ladies. Good conversation as always. Y'all be safe out there and love yourselves. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Love you, boo. Thank you, BW.
You're welcome.
She said going in, and so did Kay Sloan say going in is dangerous. It's just like this. Is there a safe way to be around a nacre? I don't think so. Even if you say, fuck it, this is a horrible neighborhood, I'm not going to stop to get gas. If you run out of gas, you still a sitting duck. There's nothing that you can do except for avoid those areas. I don't care how cheap the gas is in that area. Pay a couple of more cents so that you can keep your ass safe. It's not worth it. It's going to use gas to get to the other station that you're trying to get to save that money. So it kind of balances itself out. Also, when you buy groceries and shit, make sure you got the grocery card that has a gas pump with it so that you can get a couple of cents off that way. But being around niggas, there is no safe way to do that shit. It's just not. They're horrible human beings, and I hate to even call them that. But they got them classified as human beings right now, so I'm going with that shit. Hold up a second. Why y'all coming up here at the end? Ashley Banks, I don't remember whether you dusty or not, but I remember seeing your name. You dusty?
No, I'm not dusty.
That's what's
I was
up.
here. I want to say not the last video, but the one before that when I had to drag the mammies over the whole, the BF stuff and had to drag, said I would rather drag my freshly shaven
over the hot Texas concrete. Okay, go ahead,
yes.
girl.
Yes. So, and I told you guys about this, because I'm a realtor. I told you how like I had this one mammy bring on her boyfriend who was actually kicking her out, to the house showings, and it has gotten worse. Like, well, I dropped her as a client. Good. That was too much. And then her prison daddy coming too. I was like, I can't do this. Y'all giving me the hives. But I've been working with a lot of rental clients, while I'm waiting on my next house to come through. And when I tell you the way these entitled ass Section 8, 3, 4, 5, 7 babies, they're so entitled. I have officially stopped even trying to help, because at first I was like, you know what, I have access to, be able to find homes that actually accept Section 8 here, but At this point, I can't do it. And now that I'm telling them, hey, I can't help you. Oh, you got a voucher? Yeah, no, you're not the client for me. That I don't think that's fair. How dare you? I'm gonna call your boss, bitch. I'm my own boss. What are you talking about? What? Like really, the entitlement of some of these men, and I know they're trying to find homes for these dust buckets that they're sleeping with, but it's like, damn, bitch, you've been on it for 5 years.
To be honest, the mammy's gonna fuck it up so bad for the rest of us. Ain't nobody, black women ain't gonna be no more welcomed in a lot of these spaces than these men are. They already hate to see them motherfuckers coming, but we gonna be in the same boat following them in a minute. I promise you.
Y'all see this shit? Do y'all see this shit? I was sharing my whole screen with y'all. Aunt Betsy done brought her ass back up here. Aunt Sheila here. I just wanted to show y'all. When I tell y'all it'd be motherfuckers back here trying to get on, named motherfucking tight pussy destroyer. Look at this stalker ass bitch. Gave her a chance to say something smart, gave her a chance to quote stats, gave her a chance to say what we can do to be safe, that we can end the conversation with, I respect your opinion, you're going to have to respect mine, have a good night. No, Aunt Betsy is back with her raggedy, stupid, bubble lip ass. Bell pepper nose ass bitch. Why are you trying to sniff up under my goddamn panties? I don't swing that way. You're a fucking weirdo. Why don't you go and find something else to do? Somebody else will entertain you. Ain't you? You don't have nothing else to do. That's sad. Sign up for an app that does Sudoku puzzles. Do some brain activities. Do something. Hell, Candy Crush is still a thing. Play Candy Crush or Candy Crush Friends. I'll tell you what, Aunt Sheila Harris, go ahead and send me your Cash App and I'll buy you some pieces so that you can clear the boards better on your Candy Crush, because bitch, you wasting your whole goddamn time up here. Just sitting back here. You didn't know I was going to pull your drawers down in front of these motherfuckers so you can get in my comment section and say, I wasn't trying to get back there. She back there lying. You was a stupid ass bitch. And listen, if I wasn't an atheist, I'd probably pray for you because it's getting kind of scary. Honey, I'm married. I'm not looking to get into a love affair with you. You raggedy, stupid ass bitch. The fuck?
Oh, she's just trying to get a quick whiff. That's what it is.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm saying it the nice way because I keep forgetting that we live sometimes.
Y'all, and look at how long I just ran it, right? The bitch still ain't clicked off. Still ain't clicked off.
We're not lesbians, ma'am. I'm sorry. We're not. That doesn't mean that no divestors are. But we're not lesbians, ma'am. We're not interested.
Okay. I'm gonna take a vote before I get the fuck up off of here. Let me see. Let me go ahead and put that down there and then go ahead and, just give me a second, y'all. It's coming.
While you do that, I just want to say, hey, Kyra, because every time I ask for the link, she be there for me. So, hey, Kyra in the chat. I love you, girl.
I love Kyra too. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I love Kyra. She funny as hell. I don't think the sarcasm is just a mess.
She is amazing. I love talking to Kyra. So I'm getting ready to take a vote. On our way up out of here, did y'all want us to let Auntie up, or did y'all want to just go ahead and get the fuck up out of here? Because it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes and she's boring. So put a 1 in the chat if y'all want Auntie to bring her ugly ass back up here, or 2 if y'all just want me to get her the fuck up out of here and see y'all on Friday. I'll wait.
You can bring the bitch back up. I mean, I guess I need a good laugh.
They got ones all over the place. Somebody put a 2 soul girl. You say don't bring her up. You being outvoted, soul girl. All right, let's go. First of all, let me quit sharing this screen because it's probably slowing shit up on StreamYards. Auntie.
Bald head, scallywag. Ain't got no hair in the back.
You're so lazy. So lazy.
That's the best you can come up with.
Auntie Mammy.
They voted for you, whore. They voted for you, and that's all you got. Wow. They voted for your ugly ass. Where your kids at right now? Where the fuck are they? They probably eating lead paint off the goddamn wall, my nigga. You are raggedy as fuck. Get the fuck out of here. This bitch came up here and sung Project Pat. Are y'all out of y'all goddamn mind? Any goddamn way, y'all voted for it, you got it. It is what it is.
The bitch couldn't even be original. She didn't even spit her own shit. That was the best she could come up with. And she had to think very hard to get that.
Oh my God. That's the black community, ladies. You ain't leaving nothing. Just get the fuck away. You not missing shit by getting away from their asses. I promise you. I'm headed to Discord, okay? Love y'all to pieces. Hit me up if you need me. divestedell@gmail.com. Join my Patreon, blah, 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 blah. All that bullshit there. And most importantly, stay the fuck away from niggas. That part.
And nigga bitches.
Yes.
And the nigga bitches.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Yeah.
Thank you.